The next learning objective is to account for stock splits. So over time, if a company's stock is successful, its price can get very, very high. To lower the price, a company can choose to do a stock split. Now, one extreme example is Berkshire Hathaway's current stock price is over $100,000 a share. If they wanted to, they could lower the stock price via a stock split to make it easier for people to buy the stock. Let's do an example. You have one share of Microsoft and it's currently selling for $50 per share. That's the market price. If Microsoft does a 2-for-1 stock split, how many shares do you have? Well, the 2-for-1 means for every one, you now have 2. So you now have 2 shares. But what happens to the stock price of Microsoft? It drops in half, from $50 per share to $25 per share. So now here's a very common misconception about stock splits. A lot of people think the stock split will make the value of your total holdings go up. But this is false. Did the total value of our stock change at all? No. Before we had one share times $50 per share, $50 total. Afterwards, we had 2 shares times $25 per share equals $50 total. So the stock value did not change at all. So a stock split is similar to giving someone 4 quarters for $1. The total value is still the same. Now, another misconception is people think, well, my stock has split, therefore the stock price will go up much faster as a result. Many studies have been done on the stock market, and this is not true. So really what a stock split usually means is that in the recent past, the company has done well, the price has gone way up, and they want to split the stock to make it more affordable for people to buy. So accounting-wise, what does a stock split change? Well, it will increase the number of shares issued and outstanding, but it does not affect the number of shares authorized. And what it's going to decrease is the par value per share. So finally, we see when the par value actually changes. The par value changes very rarely, but the stock split is one of the cases where it does change. And the market value of the stock, which that's the stock price, does decrease too. But balances in the accounts are not changed. So we do not technically do a journal entry, since the balances do not change. What we do is we record in the journal something called a memorandum entry, a memo. It's going to show the old versus the new authorized, issued, and par values. So on this example, in our journal, as a memo, we write February 3rd, we split the stock 2-for-1. The old data, we had 3,150,000 shares issued and outstanding and $1 par. So since we split it 2-for-1, we now have 6,300,000 shares issued and outstanding, and the par value drops in half from $1 to 50 cents per share. Let's do an example. A company has 25,000 shares of $10 par common stock outstanding. They're going to do a 2-for-1 split. What's going to change? Well, how many shares will we have outstanding? Instead of 25,000, we're going to have 50,000. And what happens to the par value? It's going to drop in half from $10 to $5. And of course, the stock price will also drop in half.